I'm rethinking life decisions right now.
That one's hot. My mouth is on fire.
Are you done talking? What's up, Round Rock? Welcome to Round Rock's Budget Hot Takes, the show where we turn up the heat on the city's proposed budget and see who can handle the burn. I'm your host, Sarah Bustillos, and today I'm joined by the man who oversees a majority of the city's infrastructure, from the water we drink to the roads we drive, Michael Thane, Executive Director of Public Works. This year is a big one for Public Works, with over $405.1 million in projects planned over the next 5 years. This budget reflects decades of planning and future-focused decisions that are already in action, including ongoing investment in major transportation corridors and neighborhood streets, continued expansion of our water reuse system, long-term planning for future water sources, and critical drainage infrastructure improvements to protect homes and property. Welcome to the show, Michael.
Glad to be here.
How do you feel about doing this?
I'm excited. I'm really excited.
Are you ready for Wing 1?
I'm ready.
Let's go. Be sure to be careful with your napkin. You don't want to touch your eyes.
That has a little bit of heat on it.
Yeah.
That's the first one.
Uh-oh. Mm-hmm. We made sure you have a glass of Round Rock drinking water with you here today.
I'm so thankful. That's going to make me feel a lot better.
Best tasting water.
I just go ahead and start now.
Awesome. Well, not many people know this, but Round Rock actually ran out of water in 1978. What kind of situation are we in today here in Round Rock? What have we made as far as investments? What are our current water sources? And how are we planning for the future?
Yes, in 1980, when Round Rock experienced that, I think it changed everything for the city. And I'm going back to the previous leadership over the years. We learned a lot. And Round Rock today, I mean, we are in a great position for our community, not only for now, but into the future. We have multiple water sources. So that back then, our first source after that happened was Lake Georgetown. We also have Lake Stillhouse Hollow, Lake Travis, and then we have Edwards Aquifer groundwater wells. We utilize all four of those sources interchangeably, so it really provides a diversity and a resiliency for us. So in the water business, it's mechanical in many ways. So if things go wrong in one area, we can pull water from another source. So really, we're in such a great shape, not only for today, but this water that we have under contract is going to take us well into the future from a water supply perspective. And then you go to the infrastructure side of it. We are continuing to build infrastructure, not only to meet our needs for today, but we're building infrastructure so that we are ready when all this growth comes to the city, whether it's economic development projects or whatever. We have the capacity in our system so that we can handle whatever comes at us. So I think that proactive approach, master planning for the future, all that coming together has put Round Rock in a very good position going forward.
Can you tell me about the projects we have underway currently?
On the water side, we have some very large projects. We have a deep water intake we're building at Lake Travis that is really going to help from a drought protection. This deep water intake is going to pull from very deep in Lake Travis. So as Lake Travis drops during dry conditions, we will still be able to pull water out of that lake. That infrastructure is going to be able to provide water. All the water that we have under contract in Lake Travis, we will be able to use this intake to get it to Round Rock. That will take us out many years, 30, 40, 50 years out into the future. On the wastewater side, we have an expansion to the wastewater treatment plant. That's very important as well, that both of these projects are regional. We work with other cities, but on the wastewater, that extra capacity we need so that when the growth comes, we have the capacity we need to be able to treat the wastewater to meet all the environmental regulations that we have to follow.
You ready to heat things up with wing number 2?
Let's do it.
Here we go. I like this one.
Mm-hmm.
How's that feeling for you?
Mm-hmm. I do like that one.
You look like you're unsure of it.
I like spicy. So we're getting in that middle ground where it's spicy, where I like it.
Nice.
So I'm looking forward to the third one.
Awesome. Well, it felt like we started summer urging conservation, and now the lakes are essentially full. Why is it important for residents to still consider conservation?
Yeah, water conservation is very important for our citizens to continue to follow. When the lakes are full, that's only one piece of the puzzle. We know we're in Texas. It's going to get dry again. The lakes are going to drop. So I really want to commend our community over the last 10 or 15 years of how they've treated water conservation. The amount of water we use per person per day has been declining over the last several years. And that's very important because those sources of water I mentioned, those 4 sources, they're there to protect us, but we want to make sure that we have the water that we need when we need it.
Yeah.
So our community is really doing well as far as conserving. We've implemented a very comprehensive water conservation program where we incentivize. We have rebate programs, rain barrel sales, all those things where we want our citizens to take advantage of because that helps them save water on their end, plus it helps in their pocketbook. So we want to continue to preach water conservation in our community because water supply, it's a resource that you need it when you need it, and we want our citizens to follow through with that so that going forward into the future, we will always have the basic needs of our community that they can live on.
And a lot of that comes down to outdoor watering. I mean, I hear you talk a lot about kind of peak watering. Can you give people an idea of, because we hear a lot on social media about car washes, golf courses, a lot of things that might be using reuse water or have certain technology, but truly outdoor watering is a major user of our water, correct?
It is a huge impact on the water system. Going back many years ago, in the wintertime, you get a good amount of water that you need just to live on, right? Say it's 100 gallons per person. Many times back then in the summer, that same house was using 250 gallons per person. So that's a 2.5 peak. And guess what we have to do? We have to build the infrastructure, spend the money on that investment to meet that hottest day of the year, but the rest of the time in the year, you're not using it. Mm-hmm. So if we can get our community to continue to conserve, we don't have to build that extra peak. That helps. And then the other things that we're doing with water conservation programs, but also water reuse programs, that is all for non-potable purposes, which a lot of it's irrigation. So if we can use that, it protects that water supply. And at the end of the day, we're trying to operate our utility as efficient as possible, and that's reflected in the rates our citizens pay. So if we are not having to build extra infrastructure that we don't need, that capital cost is huge, and it's all reflected in the rates. So water conservation is important in helping keeping our rates really low, and they are today. We're really proud of them, but that means we're being efficient in our utility.
What are some of our major users of the water reuse system? That's growing quite a bit.
We have quite a few customers. Obviously, Forest Creek Golf Course, Old Settlers Park, lot of some of the subdivisions in their common areas, their entryways, they use it. Kalahari uses it for their cooling tower that cools the entire building. It's non-potable, so we have those. Some of the data centers coming in, we're having conversations with them, but we're going to continue to market water reuse because it's really another source of water. Basically what it is, it's water we've already paid for and we've used in our system. It goes to the wastewater plant, we retreat it and turn around and use it again for non-drinking purposes. So really valuable resource that we have, and we'll continue to try to build that system as well going forward.
You ready for wing number 3?
I'm ready.
Let's go.
I like the second one.
Third one, not so much.
I mean, it's not bad. I need something hotter, though. It's not hot enough.
Okay, this is the easy part of the show. You're supposed to take advantage while you can still talk and explain things.
But what I just realized with this hot stuff, it's not hot right off the bat. It takes seconds, and 10 seconds later, then it got hotter.
There's probably some kind of engineering, some science behind that.
Round Rock water to the rescue. Why are you drinking milk?
You know about the chemical reaction with milk, right?
But water tastes better. Round Rock water tastes better.
That's true. That's true. I'll enjoy my water after I get over the wings. So, shifting gears here, literally, traffic remains a huge concern in Round Rock. We've got a lot of construction going on from County Road 112, multiple portions of Gaddis School Road. We've got Green Lawn Boulevard improvements, Harold Parkway, Old Settlers Boulevard extension, Wyoming Springs. Just so many things under construction right now, and this budget really builds on that. So the question on everyone's mind is, why do you hate us so much?
You're right, Sarah. We have 9 projects under construction right now. And really, it's, Round Rock's growing. Every day, somebody's moving to Round Rock. So the road network, we have to continue to stay in front of it and build. I want to commend our council for helping authorize the spending of the money that it's taking to build these roads. And we leverage all of our partnerships, whether it's Williamson County, whether it's TxDOT, Campo, developer contributions to help build these roads. And citizens, hang in there. It's going to be a rough few years, but when it's all said and done, we're getting out in front of it. And these arterials, many of them are 3 lanes each direction. They're big roads that we are planning. It goes back to that master planning effort I mentioned on the utility side. Transportation is no different. We master plan our footprint, and we've determined what roads we need to build, when we need to build them, because we know where the population is going to come, and if we can build those roads before they get there. Several of these projects are green fields. Basically, we're going through a pasture. Now, citizens know this. There's Gaddis School Road and others that they're having to fight through the traffic or the construction. We have some of those too, but hang in there and be patient. But it's really going to help our community. And a lot of the improvements we're making on the road network are really going to help our citizens get from point A to point B quicker. When we can take people on the east side from 45 to 79 quickly, that's an added benefit. And on the west side, we have some big projects over there too that'll help as well. So I do feel for the citizens. I understand we have construction going on in many parts of the city, but that means we can afford to do them. That's a good thing, right? We have the money through our partnerships to be able to do this to help our community get around town.
Absolutely. And a big driver is sales tax, right? That's a huge revenue source for these roads as well.
Yeah, we use a part of the sales tax to help fund some of these projects. So that's another benefit.
I feel like it's easy to forget. It feels so painful when the road you drive is under construction. And then once it's done, I mean, the relief is just massive. RM 620, think of University Boulevard when that was under construction. That wasn't that long ago. And then Kenny Fort Boulevard, I think the first segment of that was built in 2013. So if we can kind of get through it, I mean, these roads are game changers.
Absolutely. And a lot of times when you're out there seeing the construction, there's a lot of work that's happening that you don't necessarily see concrete and asphalt, right? You have a lot of dry utilities, whether it's telecom or electricity. We have to move these utilities out of the way before we can start work, and also acquiring the needed right-of-way to put the road in. Sometimes that process takes some time. So it takes several years to get these projects ready to go to construction. And then once all that's happening, and then you start seeing concrete and asphalt, and then you're close to the finish line. But there's always work going on that takes a little bit more time than you think. But they are really good benefits to the city. I mean, university's been huge for the city, and 620 as well.
So are you ready to turn up the heat?
Let's do it.
You feeling it on your lips yet?
A little.
All right, let's go.
That's a little hot.
Sorry, I'm not drinking the water. I gotta have milk. I'm rethinking life decisions right now.
That one's hot. My mouth is on fire.
You good?
I'm good.
Okay. All right. So we have some rapid fire questions before the last wing. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
How do you feel about the fact if you do your job well, no one should ever need to know that you exist? What's one thing that you guys do that nobody sees but is so critically important?
I think in the business that we're in as servants to our community, if we're doing what we're supposed to do on a daily basis, and that is water's coming out of the faucet,
Love it when that happens.
the toilet flushes and it works, and the road network's working, and the traffic signals are all working. If everything's working, the phone
It's hitting.
the phone hopefully will never ring that day.
Yeah.
So that means, when you're not getting calls from folks, that's probably a good day in our business. Generally, though, that's not the case.
Mm-hmm.
So when the phones and people, they have expectations. They're paying for the work we do. I understand.
Mm-hmm.
So, but a good day is when the phone never rings. That means things are operating as we planned, and how we've executed, and how we maintain that part of the services that we provide.
And there's so many different divisions and things people don't really see. I get to see it when we have disasters, unfortunately, or emergency situations. We think about police and fire showing up, but, I often see transportation and utilities right there in the trenches with them.
Every time when there's an event, whether it's a tornado or an ice storm or whatever it is, our crews are out there in the field, whether it's in the middle of the night or whatever. And so much what we do is out of sight, out of mind.
Mm-hmm.
We're out there working behind the scenes, and I commend our staff and employees for all they do, because you don't get in the limelight, right? They're out there working and doing it, and they're making sure that the essential services that our citizens expect are reliable and functioning, even in the worst of conditions.
If you had to pick a favorite road project, which would it be? Is it like children, like you can't really choose your favorite?
Well, I think they're all different in a way. I think Wyoming Springs is a really cool project. I think just the aesthetics, the setting, mm-hmm. It's going to be a really nice road project that kind of connects 620 over to Old Settlers.
Mm-hmm.
So from an
and it'll
aesthetic,
tie into the trail as well, right? Right over there?
Absolutely, right there along Harryman Road, Brushy Creek.
Yeah.
We'll be tying into that trail. All of our road projects, we are really focusing on putting in a shared use path, which is a 10-foot wide path along these arterials that you can ride bikes on and walk on. And we're trying to tie that all into the road network. So that's going to be really nice. There's other projects like Gaddisco Road. It's the most difficult of projects, but it's going to have a huge impact as well.
Of course.
Right. So all the projects, I can say something good about them. That's why we're doing them.
We'll remember that when we're sitting in traffic on
There you go.
Gaddisco Road.
Just be patient.
To close out this round, I have a couple of social media comments I would like to read to you and get your reaction.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Please finish one major project before starting 5 others, or at least time it better. Good Lord, the whole city is bogged down because heavy traffic areas are all under construction right now.
Very true. But Round Rock's growing really fast. We're a big city. We have the west side, we have the east side. We have projects that we do take into account kind of where we're starting projects. We do that. It doesn't appear that way sometimes, mm-hmm. but we are trying to make impacts all over town. Mm-hmm. But we do take into account some of those. We can't, when you're in a fast-paced city like this, we can't just do one project at a time. We will never get caught up. Mm-hmm. And I don't know in the transportation world if you're ever caught up, because as soon as you finish a lot of projects, there's always the next ones. Yeah. But we're trying to do our very best, and I think council and city management are supportive of our driving progress program, and it's going very well right now. We're going to continue to build so that our community can get around.
And you have different contractors on all these projects. You have multiple folks in your department that are tracking these various projects at any given time. Is that right?
Absolutely. We contract with a lot of different design firms to help us design the roads. And then we go out to bid and we select a number of different contractors. So different firms working everywhere. And then we have a good staff that not only manages the projects, but we also inspect all these projects. That we want to make sure when we're paying for some sort of infrastructure that is being built and installed the way we want it to, because now we have to maintain it from now till forever.
Yeah.
So we have a process, and there's a lot of people working on various projects.
All right, got another social media comment for you. Roundabouts are annoying. If you really want that, most theme parks have a merry-go-round.
Good comment. Roundabouts, they are effective. I mean, it's a new technology of roads. I mean, you can build a traffic signal where everybody's stopping, or you can do a roundabout in specific areas where cars are going to get through that intersection quicker. We've seen it. We have, a few in town, and we're going to continue to build them in the right place.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's not right, but as long as folks, once they get used to those roundabouts, I think they'll start to like them. I mean, at first it's kind of scary because everybody's coming into each other, but they are effective in the right places.
You ready for the final wing?
I'm ready.
It is tradition to do a last and final dab on this final wing. Do you think you can take a little extra hot sauce on this one?
Is there already hot sauce on it?
Yes.
Well, I'm not scared. If you do it with me.
I'll do it with you. I'm following you.
Wow. A dab means just a drop?
Yeah, and it's pretty,
Liquid? Goodness gracious.
Are you scared?
Oh, they want to drop.
We'll make it look like you did. Ah. Okay. So you already kind of got that on there for me, so that's perfect. Oh. Okay.
You're not as tough as me, so you better not put so much.
Let's do it.
You have to eat where we just put the stuff, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
This one you can kind of feel in your face, right?
It's getting hotter.
Woo.
Oh, now here it goes.
I hit it too just now.
It goes down your throat. You start feeling it in your throat.
Uh-huh. It tracks all the way down. So as Public Works Director, you also oversee garbage and recycling. One of the things in this year's budget is improvements to the Deepwood Recycling Center. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yes. So, yeah, we have a solid waste program here that handles the garbage and the recycling collection in the city. In this budget, we have improvements for our Deepwood Recycling Center off Deepwood Drive. That facility is well used by our community. It's been piecemealed for a number of years. We felt like if that's the spot that we want to invest in, we need to make some improvements to it. So in this budget process, we will be dedicating some money to making some good improvements to the center. We master planned it out. It's 18 acres. There's 3 phases to the construction. So we'll start phase 1 this year. And then hopefully in the future, we'll get additional money where we can really improve the entire recycling center. But like I said, it's important part of our community. The more we recycle, the more we keep waste out of the landfill. Man, I was trying to hold on. The more we recycle, the more we keep waste out of the landfill. So we are going to invest in that facility, just like we do many of the other facilities here in Round Rock. We want to be above average in what we do here. And you'll see improvements out at the Recycle Center in the coming year.
That's great.
Man, it was like biting in my throat, and I was talking through it.
Are you done talking?
Am I done? I can keep talking while you're struggling. We're just enjoying watching you.
I don't know what happened. Okay. You withstood the heat. You did a great job explaining the budget, and we learned a little bit more about Public Works. I appreciate your time. Are you able to give us one last hot take before you go?
Let's do it. With more than $405 million in public works projects planned over the next 5 years, from improving roads to building our future water supply, This budget delivers smoother drives and reliable water for Round Rock.